Sometimes it seems our political leaders in Washington can't agree on anything. But there's actually one thing they do agree on, and we hear it all the time. America is the greatest. Yet something very troubling has been happening to our country in the past few decades. We're letting our greatness slip away. Let's look at where America now stands, where we rank in comparison with the world's 20 advanced democracies. Among these countries, sad to say, the United States now has the greatest inequality of incomes, the highest rate of poverty, the second highest high school dropout rate, the highest consumption of antidepressants per person, the worst score on the Environmental Performance Index, the worst scores on social mobility, and even on gender equality. And the list goes on and on. There are at least 30 key areas where America has slipped to the bottom. The fact is, our country's headed in the wrong direction. But there's another America, America of the possible. It's the place we truly like for our children and for ourselves. And we better get moving in this more promising direction, because with issues like climate change facing us, the possibility of a bright future could simply vanish. If we want to achieve America of the possible, we need a new American dream. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So what is the new American dream? Clearly, we want an America where all families feel safe and supported, where all Americans are empowered through education and opportunity to achieve their human potential, where the benefits of economic activity are widely and fairly shared, where everybody has clean air and clean water and healthy food. In America of the possible, our neighborhoods are safe and resilient and fun places to live. Instead of feeling isolated and distrustful, people know their neighbors and they care for one another. Local businesses stay rooted and keep money in the community. And the virtues of simple living, community pride, and good citizenship are widespread. This is the America we want. But how do we get there? Of course, we've got to demand, really demand action from our representatives in Washington. Let's demand, for starters, that Washington get busy delivering more jobs and decent pay. But we must also start building this America of the possible ourselves, in our homes and neighborhoods and cities. So here's some changes we can work on right now. First, localize. Let's root our economic and social life in our own local communities. If we can, let's live closer to work and walk more and drive less. Eat locally grown food. In social life, let's engage more locally. Let's participate in community service groups, get involved in local government, and invest in locally owned businesses and local renewable energy. Second, practice plenitude. Instead of searching for meaning and acceptance through what we own and what we buy, instead, let's find real abundance in the things that truly matter, the things that bring happiness and joy, like family and friends, the natural world, spirituality, meaningful work, and giving rather than getting. Third, let's evaluate our work-life balance. Strive to work fewer hours and free up time for family and hobbies and skill development and volunteering, exploring nature, and participating in the arts and sports. Let's rediscover some of the old-fashioned values like frugality and sharing and thrift. Fourth, we need to get a lot more serious about our environment. Let's each live lightly on the planet and demand environmental regulations that can protect us from toxic chemicals and climate change. Teach our kids to love and appreciate nature. Encourage schools to emphasize environmental education and to pursue No Child Left Inside programs. Fifth, let's build a world that's family-centered, not growth-centered. Let's focus more on measures of real community wealth, such as social and natural wealth, and less on GDP. That means giving top attention to how our children and young people are doing, their education, and their right to loving environments, and good nutrition, and health care, and freedom from violence. So here's the good news. Each of these things is already underway in different forms across America. When we look around, we see individuals and families and communities pioneering in these areas. In the end, it all comes down to us, the American people. Let's prove that we still have it in us to use our freedom and our democracy in powerful ways to create a new America of the possible. An America where the pursuit of happiness is sought not in ever more getting and spending, but instead in the growth of human solidarity and real democracy and devotion to the public good, and a deep respect for nature. These are all American traditions, and they are being reawakened across our great land today. They beckon us with the new American dream, an America of the possible, drawing on the best of who we were and are and can be.